Building a homemade helicopter is perhaps the worst idea you could ever think of. Today's video is on 5 homemade helicopters that failed. And of course, all the pilots featured in today's video were okay. Number 5. A Vietnamese man is test flying his homemade helicopter for the first time. But there's a problem with the design. The rotor length is too short, and he finds difficulty gaining lift. What happens next is inevitable. The helicopter tips over and hits the ground, but thankfully the pilot was okay. Number 4. A man in Africa tries to build his own helicopter. He finalizes a design that looks promising, but things don't go as planned. Number 3. An Italian man builds a homemade helicopter in his backyard, but his design is a bit flawed. Number 2. This homemade helicopter looks quite well built, but during its first test flight the pilot overturns and the rotors hit the ground. And finally, number 1. Jerry Wilson is an aviation enthusiast who built his very own helicopter he calls the Mosquito, but during a test flight the helicopter tips over.
Oh my God!
Jerry is very lucky he wasn't injured. Just look at how close the rotors got to hitting his head. So before we go, I have one more clip I wanted to show you. A man builds a sort of helicopter jetpack in what looks like the worst possible idea. When I saw this footage, I thought for sure it would fail, but amazingly his invention seems to work very well. Be sure to subscribe for more, and check out my previous upload on amazing helicopter maneuvers.